Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Market Misfits. We're going to be going over some charts and looking at the news for today. So, the big thing that we wanted to look at is the federal funds rate. So, the Feds continue to pause rates for three times in a row. So, this is signaling maybe they're done with the interest rate hikes. Just real fast, none of this is financial advice. We're just covering some news and going to look at some charts. We're looking at Bitcoin right now, so it's for entertainment, you know the drill. Anyways, was looking at this last night, or actually the night before, with the group, and was just looking at all the gaps down here, these big weekly fair value gaps. Still always just keeping an eye on this. I don't really. We climb up out of this, then with coinciding events, whether that's a Bitcoin ETF approval or whatever it might be, they'll continue to push this up higher. Maybe some advancements in the application or process or whatever it might be. Then, not completely ruling this out, because we could be clear up here and we could see a world war, anything, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think there's enough historical data to go back on Bitcoin to see what happened with cryptos during the last World War. So we just had to see what happens. But anyway, so like I said, the federal funds rate, they kept rates the same. Core PPI. So this was a negative for the dollar today. And just real quick, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. We have core retail sales for anybody. We're going to take a quick look at gold. So we had a gold signal that hit, and then we have unemployment claims, retail sales, core retail sales, and we had Euro USD hit. So we still have flash manufacturing, PMI, flash services, PMI. So on Friday for USD, but let's get back to the charts. So it looks like this area highlighted. I said we're looking at this, and it's just all these gaps right here, down low on the weekly. But if you look over here, we have gaps over here, and we didn't fill them for quite a while. Still left some down here. I didn't go any further. There's one down here. But anyway, so let's take a closer look at Bitcoin. Take a look at the price action. So sentiment, fundamentally, it's looking like the crypto market is having a positive reaction from that. The market shot up. I say shot up. Bitcoin went up around 2.5% after the release, coinciding with the dollar tanking. Now, are we going to go past here? Is kind of what we're looking at. Let's go back out to the weekly real quick. We're going to be taking a look at, like I said, so this is a point right here that has the most for where we are. So like rejections, weekly, here, all across here. So this 43 to 44 area is a pretty substantial resistance. Let's go to the 1 hour. So this is around where we broke out from the release. Today we're going to pause rates. And again, with Bitcoin, I don't think there's really enough historical data to say whether or not this is going to continue to be a positive impact for cryptos. But generally, when they pause rates, stocks will go down. So, and the crypto market closely has been following the stock market, minus some of the stuff with the Bitcoin ETF and stuff. It's caused it to pump more. But anyways, we'll just have to see what happens. The hour just closed, and this is bearish right here. So we're going to see what happens after that. I'm just going to be keeping an eye on the charts, the positions that we have going on. So with XRP, we had actually lost 3 in a row. So we're still looking through everything to see, what, if anything, and I already saw a couple of things are, factors in those that aren't in factor, like that aren't the same with the others, because we had about 35 positions hit in total with this setup, and then we ran into 3 losses in a row. It's kind of expected, just expect the unexpected kind of deal. You're not going to continue to, you go on winning streaks, but you're not going to continue to win indefinitely, obviously. So there's a random distribution between wins and losses. You got to expect that. Sometimes you'll run into, a few losses right at the beginning and get it over with. I tend to like it when that happens, kind of like get it out of the way, but they seem to like ride in little bunches. So you run into like 3, 4, maybe if you're trading a B to A setup, but it just depends on your risk management too. So anyways, just getting the idea out of your head that you believe which way the market is going to go will stop whenever you go through enough times and you push through the losses and the wins all together. You see them all laid out. You'll see all your wins and losses. You'll see win, 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 loss, 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 win, 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 loss, 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 or loss, loss. So it's completely random. And so the more that you practice and go through your setups, you'll see that usually it's around, and Mark Douglas talks about this, usually it's around the third one that, not that you end up winning or anything, but psychologically, that the third loss in a row tends to impact your psychology and most everybody's trading psychology. So when I actually placed this in the group, I was a little hesitant, to be honest, because we had just lost this one, which there really wasn't anything. It's impossible to do anything wrong right now except for not be taking good notes. And I gotta say, we haven't been taking the best notes. So journaling. So this has been a little bit of a hold up, but something that we are improving on. So, gotta be patient with yourself too. So, so documenting all this stuff, it's like putting on, your thoughts, your movements, counting period, measuring your risk, your reward responsibly, following your protocol, not moving stop losses, when you're not supposed to, or, whatever the case may be. Doing that kind of stuff needs to be tracked. So when this happened, we were just trading the breakout right here. Actually, it was like right here. Considered this like possible second entry, this engulfing. There wasn't anything wrong here. It was what I was saying is there's not anything wrong that you can do if you're going in with the mindset of I don't know and I'm going in to find out. So you find out by writing this stuff down, and we do have it written down. So now it's just a matter of time of going through and looking at these, going back to the charts, seeing what the average drawdown was, what are the key factors that, if any, that played to these falling out, and are there ways to improve that or to reduce the point to where you get 3 losses in a row. So anyways, this was following this loss, and then we traded the breakout here on this one on XRP. So we're doing the falling wedge, and really looking at this like this as I'm talking, like looking at this, I can tell you already that nearly both of these wouldn't qualify, because what we're trading, and it's just hit me, is that we're trading after a break of structure. So we're going after we break a structure point right here and come back and we retest this in a descending, some kind of descending channel, and we're trading the breakout. Now there's another entry down here. Sometimes it comes in the form of double bottom, sometimes of the inverse head and shoulders. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. But I can see right now what helped contribute is something that we can stop just right off the bat, because this trade right here, and I think I even mentioned this in the group, but this did not fit the criteria for, technically it did not fit it for when we hit the SL right here. Actually it was right here, so we had the SL right here. So this really didn't fit the criteria for this move, because we hadn't just broken structure. We had broke it up here, but we broke through, and it was kind of on the fence. So it's a good thing that this comes up, because you need to have more clear, precise, because I remember coming over here and being like, okay, well, the hour candle didn't set. It didn't break this down here. So I was like, okay, well, got to make note of that. And we have made note of that. This has happened. But anyways, it's a continuous work of progress. You're never going to get everything perfectly right. Not consistently. You're going to have errors and stuff. But if you're not journaling and writing all this stuff down, screenshots, journaling, actually writing, I prefer to write. It's more natural feeling. But, continuing to do this is like where you see stuff like this and you can see it happen. If you see it happen more than once or twice, then it's like you put a new set of eyeballs in. It's like, well, now you can see your mistakes or trading errors, whatever the case may be, or it may not be a mistake. It may just be something that you find out by looking and studying that you can improve. So anyways, for XRP, so that was with this one right here. So we had one loss, boom. Then we had another loss, boom. I thought it was three actually. So I think it was the one before. I need to go back and check. But anyways, it's usually after three of them in a row that you start to get your psychology jacked up. And so I started to experience this a little bit right here, but decided to take it anyways. It was looking a lot stronger as far as structure goes. So we had a retest and a break of structure on a retest. So we had boom. And so this is like a deep contraction we wiped out, obviously. So another thing real quick, and I'm not, again, this isn't financial advice, but this is something I notice whenever I get stop loss hit, that's time to look, not to rush back into a trade, but start looking for the next probable position. Because if I just got liquidated, that means that I wasn't alone. I'm not seeing stuff that other people aren't seeing and trading. So, all these levels and stuff like that, when you get stopped out, you ever notice like the market will go a lot of times in the direction that you had your trade, and you're like, oh man, well, you gotta have or at least I'm tell you, like what we do, we gotta wait for the next probable setup. So with that being said, when this happened, I couldn't just jump back in right here at an engulfing. Couldn't do that. That's not the setup we're trading. We're looking for a descending channel. We had a double rejection. We had engulfing here, and we had engulfing here that broke. Actually didn't see it till over here. But anyway, so with XRP, we already closed on the hour here at 62.5 cents. Didn't mean to go off on that, but just kind of wanted to keep everyone up to date with what we're doing and everything. With that being said, and not only has our record keeping has places to improve, but we're going to have to start doing and it's not a bad thing, really, I don't guess. We're trading a simple setup. Is just doing the setup on MT4 with doing a markup on MT4 with the EA over there, because we've had issues getting the parameters hit. Like it'll hit here on TradingView, and then on MT4 it won't, or it'll hit SL on MT4 and it won't hit here, that kind of stuff. So to stop that from happening. Let's take a look at the dollar real quick. To stop that from happening, we just gotta do stuff on MT4. It's hard to translate all that stuff over, but here we are, SPX, whoops, I said DXY. Let's look at the chart over here. So never got the pullback here on SPX DXY. So for those of y'all that don't know, this is the dollar index. This is measuring the dollar's performance against a basket of currencies. That's on a daily. Let's take a look at the weekly real quick. So here you can see our little triangle. We're going to be able to zoom in for in just a minute to see that. But you can see the dollar going down. Next support on the dollar, it's around 101.5, 101.420. Zoom in a little bit. So here you can see our descending wedge. We're going to see reflected in a lot of places. We previously already, we had already seen it going and looking through on the previous review. But here we go, descending wedge popped out. It was funny because this was looking bullish, and then also, then I was wondering if this wasn't what was going to happen, that we were going to get this pump and everything else that was poised to go up. Let's take a look at gold real quick. So this is our gold position. We had hit. So again, here's the descending wedge after, and this is correct. So we're not testing gold, but we are keeping notes, journaling. So in a way, we're always testing. So anyways, we had this descending wedge. We had break of structure, descending wedge into support. So we broke here, deep, pull back here, and then we actually, on the last review here, we were right here, and this was actually on the cover of it, and this was the first sign that I saw for a possible buy lining up. This retest right here with the engulfing, definitely with the, so we failed to reach the trend again, but this time we were ways from the trend. We were ways away, so we stopped going down. We broke the trend, retested the trend right smack in the middle on this daily support. Trend, retest, bullish engulfing, bullish divergence, and the rest is history. So that one hit the target spike, so also just diversifying, so not having everything on one thing or market, maybe, that's why there's several different markets, that helps to select more experiences. We experience losses on XRP or whatever. It's good to have this kind of stuff going so that you got some wins, so it helps balance stuff out. With Euro USD, actually had accidentally erased the setup, but that one hit. Let's take a look. When we saw it, it was on the daily in this descending channel. This one wasn't a wedge, but a channel, so this is a reoccurring theme. We saw it here and on the review. It's looking for retest, engulfing. Got that here, right here. I really call this a retest. I like to see a retest lower. When I see one up high like this, the more I see these like this go like this, the less attractive this high retest becomes. Also, when the price comes down lower like this, you can get a clear sight of divergence. So the release today, the dollar dropping really sharply. Here we go. It's reflected here. Euro USD. But that's going to do it for this one, you guys. We had a few other shots going, but we'll go over them on another call. Hope that y'all are having a good one, and we will holler at y'all later. See ya.